What's up, Galaxy? It's time for Bantha Soup, the show where everything Star Wars related is up for discussion. I am your host, Gil Garcia. Today in the Bantha Tank, I wanted to give you a rough tour of my Star Wars collection. So I just finished listening to an episode of my favorite Star Wars collecting podcast called Toy Run. It's one of the best out there. It doesn't get any better. In that episode, host Chris B and special guest Tom Burgess talk about their different ways that they like to display their Star Wars stuff. It got me really excited. Chris B mentioned that setting up your Star Wars stuff is like the adult version of playing with the toys. He's totally right. Every time we move, it's my most favorite thing to do. Looking at my space, thinking of like, how am I gonna set my stuff up this time? So I thought it'd be cool to kind of show you the different lines that I like to collect, some of the different scales, and the way that I display my Star Wars stuff. I've been collecting Star Wars stuff for over 20 years now. I'd say half of this room are the toys that I played with as a kid. So, you wanna check out my room?
Now here is my favorite space, my Star Wars room. Each and every single one of these items has an amazing memory attached to it, whether it may be playing in the backyard with my brothers, going to a convention or flea market, getting a gift from a loved one. As you can see, I love to hang my ships up in these great aerial action poses. I just use a really thick gauge fishing wire and some hooks that got screws on the end, screw them up, and they're good to go. There's the Anakin, Luke, Rey saber hung up just on a stand with some screws. I try to group the ships as best as possible with the same scene as to the movie. That's a customized Slave One that I got when I was a kid, Shadows of the Empire. This is my Mustafar playset from Revenge of the Sith. This is where Vader adorns the black suit that we love. There's Vader being worked on by the droids, Padme running through the hall. Here's the epic duel between Anakin and Obi-Wan, or Vader and Obi-Wan. There's Vader taking out some of those different senators we got with the Revenge of the Sith toy line. Then we make our way over to one of the most unique, amazing, fun playsets ever. Darth Vader's Star Destroyer full Bantha Soup review on this bad boy. I love this playset, it's so fun. And then panning over, we come to the most epic, legendary playset ever created. It's the Death Star vintage playset. I don't think we'll ever come across a playset this amazing right now. There's Vader choking out the officers, got Krennic, Grand Admiral Thrawn, and Tarkin. So I'm a modern collector, but the vintage playsets, I have a specialty focus on them. They are so amazing. It just does not get any better. Here's a space battle with the X-Wing, A-Wing, TIE Fighter. This is a custom Yavin 4 playset from the Monsters Inc. Imaginext series line. Completely repainted. Got some printed graphics of Death Star plans and just little computers and light fixtures and stuff. So anybody that is a rebel who's a rebel is on this planet here. Got the Rogue One guys. Got Saw Gerrera. Lies! Deception! Got a Death Star hologram plan. There's Porkins, just picked him up recently. So, pretty cool little custom thing. There's not one, so I figured I'd make one. This is the AT-AT Walker from the Battle of Endor scene. Got this at Toys R Us. I think it was in the vintage collection box, but first AT Walker. Here's the Epic Republic gunship. I bought so many clone troopers in the early 2000s, but finally got the Grail this year, the Battle Arena playset from Attack of the Clones. Finally just picked up the Reek, so I've got all three beast monsters. Do a full Bantha Soup review on this one. Very fun, awesome playset, great diorama display. This section is a mix of Clone Wars / prequel stuff. Got Grievous Willbike, more troopers. They released so many troopers. Just picked up this tank at the Dallas Comic Convention. That is my Beach Ball Death Star. Love that. Just picked that up. This is a Y-Wing from the Clone Wars. And U-Wing, full review on that. Bantha Soup. A customized vintage Dagobah action playset. Do another review on this on the show. I love to set up my displays in action poses, like it's like you're watching a scene right from the movie. It just makes me feel that much more closer to the films and like I'm living in the world. I guess that's why I'm so crazy about this stuff. This is the carbon freezing chamber playset. Do another review on this on the show. Amazing, fun play value. Great playset. This is Vader when he fights Luke on that epic scene where he tells him he's his father and he cuts his hand off. Really fun little customized set there. This is the Imperial Attack Base playset. Hoth battle. Got Luke back there in the Bantha tank with some medical droids. This is a customized Rebel troop transport. Take the lid off, look inside. There's a whole nother scene. I put some lights and all the rebels scrambling to get off the planet. Fun little display piece. Whole scene going on. Just pop the lid back on. This playset always seemed to be more fit for the rebels. It's called the Imperial Attack Base playset, but I always like it, you know, for my rebel troops. This is a cool trick I found hanging ships from the shelf above. Kind of gives it that nice little extra action. This is the awesome probe droid, Power of the Force. I've had that since I was a kid. Love that toy. This is the amazing Wampa versus Luke. Luke reaching for his lightsaber. I love this piece. Oh, and here's the Ewok Village playset. This may be my all-time favorite playset. We do a full, awesome, funny review on Bantha Soup. But I am definitely an Ewoks guy. Big part of my childhood. So we got the Ewok scene. Han roasting. Any Ewoks I can get my hands on, I grab them. Here's my ghost friends. Even got prequel Anakin back there, I guess. But another grail I've been after this year is actually this bunker playset back there. So it's super expensive right now for some reason, but finally got a great deal at Dallas Vintage Toys, so very happy to pick that up. It's been a good year collecting wise. I've been getting a lot of great deals on pieces. A couple of speeder bike chase, of course, Luke and some trooper. Now it's my prequel playset for episode 1. This is my all-time favorite prequel movie. It just holds so much nostalgia and it's dear to my heart. Finally, this is actually a 2-piece playset. I finally got both pieces. It's fully complete. It's all together. And there's my Jar Jar, Queen Amidala, and little Annie. Just got that TC-14. Super cool. They don't metalize anymore. So outdoors, you got some of the Naboo Boss Nass. And there's the battle, baby. Man, me and Jono had many adventures. Had that Opie fish for many, many years. Got the stab. And just awesome view of Maul, Qui-Gon, and Obi. Man, my main focus is the 3 3/4 inch vehicles and playsets, but I also dabble in other lines. There's the Rogue One Elite figures from Disney, super awesome figures. Some of the 12-inch Hoth figures that I collect. Love that Tauntaun, one of my favorite pieces. This is just a customized Dexter's Diner. There's a customized Gumball astromech droid that I made. It's fun to kind of think of reinventing figures. I've got a collector focus on 12-inch Jabba the Hutt stuff. So I don't collect any and every 12-inch, just really Hoth, Jabba's Palace. So that Jabba is freaking amazing. One of my all-time favorites. He looks so detailed. This is a pod race customized diorama I just made. There's the announcer in the booth, and scale back, they're watching Annie and Saboba flying in the air. Again, just hung with fishing wire and hooks. So it's made out of styrofoam and just pieces that I've got. This is another grill piece picked up, Black Series Rancor. It's got a Gamorrean he's about to snack on. That's a Disney Park exclusive Yoda. Looks amazing, good detail. My voice command R2, that thing is super fun. Voice activated, follows your commands, does tricks, dances. He's really fun to bust out at parties. I love that piece. So coming down below, back to the figures. This is my Tatooine setup, purchase of the droid. I'm actually gonna do, my next review is gonna be that Sandcrawler. Got that when I was working at Hastings, one of my favorites. There's my Rastafarian Bantha. Yeah, man. This is my Cantina bar setup. I really had a big focus this year on filling in a lot of these aliens in the Cantina. So super excited to have a full Cantina bar. It's behind that awesome Power of the Force cardboard display diorama. Love those things. This is another thing that was a gift for Father's Day from my wife and kids. This little sail barge and the infamous Sarlacc Pit of Carkoon. Jabba's Palace and the Power of the Force playset. Again, these cardboard playsets are amazing. I must say, they have so much detail. I really wish, if anything, we could get these back. It's a Black Series Jabba and Slave Leia was just able to upgrade to, and my daughter Ella loves Ristal, so she's missing right now. But this is a customized Jabba's dungeon playset. Just a bunch of crazy droids doing some torture and tearing each other up and crazy different stuff. This was such a cool part in the movie. I added this little section from the Battle Arena playset. It's actually the Droid Factory, but I thought it fit in well. It's fun to kind of put your own twist on playsets. If you haven't noticed, all my shelves are way up high because I'm a father of 2 toddlers, so all my more bulky, clunky stuff goes on the bottom. This is my Big Mother Falcon, Legacy Falcon, and a couple Big Fig, Shock Trooper, Big Vader. Up on the wall, got some cool pieces that I hang. Those are the old stamps from, I think, like 2006. This is my favorite poster ever. The zombie epidemic continues. The Living Dead Strikes Back, parody on Empire Strikes Back, signed by Matt Bush. These are some finger puppets my brother gave to me when he was a baby. I think he was like 3. Little Christmas display. I pretty much open everything, but this is an exclusive of Fixer from the deleted scenes from A New Hope. Here's a corner display of all 3 different scenes going on. This is a Force Awakens with Kylo and Rey. Did a little customized Maz Kanata temple in the back. The walls are just poster board and printed graphics. Here's one of Jedi Temple / just Jedis. Lightsabers ignited. Made those windows in the back with foam board and just print offs. This is a Mandalorian display. Got a Mandalorian focus, so any Mandalorians are awesome. The Omega Squad in the background, if you can see them. And up top is the Sith display. So Siths throughout the timeline. There's Bane and got Sidious. There's Darth Malgus. Love him. Some Knights of the Old Republic stuff. And crowning jewel, Darth Revan. My dad, Gilbert Sr., is an amazing artist, and this is a hand-drawn Admiral Akbar portrait of the vintage card. So amazing. Things he does is incredible. And this is just a couple other random pieces. Darth Vader piggy bank, some glasses, my favorite Star Wars picture of my girls, and lunch boxes. This is actually a mixed piece of a comic tribute to Marvel, Star Wars, and Ralph McQuarrie. Got the comic figures on the left and the Ralph McQuarrie stuff on the right. I lost a couple of those figures in a move, so I'm trying to find those back in the wild. This is my autograph section. Here's Timothy Zahn, Heir to the Empire, signed comic. Super nice guy, met him at a convention. Here's my Boba Fett autograph from Mr. Jeremy himself. Jeremy Bullock, one of my favorite pictures. Super nice guy, very sweet. Great memory meeting him. One of my favorite characters. And Peter Mayhew, he was really awesome to meet. Guy's a legend. So there is my room, guys. This is how I enjoy Star Wars. How do you set up your rooms?
Hey Galaxy, thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, please like us on Facebook and subscribe to us on YouTube. We would really appreciate a video like, a subscription, just to stay up to date on everything Bantha Soup. We do reviews, we build customs, we talk about the movies, we talk about the toys, basically anything Star Wars. And join our social community on Facebook. Send us a comment, send us a message, send us some pictures. I want to see how you set up your Star Wars stuff. Thank you so much for watching. May the Force be with you. My name is Gil, and this is Bantha Soup.